Hey guys, I'm Doug.
And I'm Ellie. We're on our way to Berlin and we have a 7-day road trip planned.
Starting from Berlin into Poland, Czech Republic, and then back to Berlin.
Yay, we're so excited!
See you guys in a bit.
Hi guys, we just landed in Berlin.
And we're going to the city to pick our car up because car pickup locations such as airports and railway stations charge you a premium if you want to do so.
How much extra was it?
60 euros. So we're going to the city. Alright, so we picked up our car and we're on our way to Poland.
Woohoo! And remind me which car company we went with again.
So we went with Europcar. We had a few options, but we thought that this one gave us the best deal, and it also gave us the peace of mind, especially when you're traveling around Europe for the first time and into like different countries. Top tip, just make sure that you indicate on your booking that you're crossing the border, because the last thing that you want is to be stuck with a vehicle and not being able to cross the border, because some companies do not allow you to cross the border with the more premium brands. So just take note of that.
Yeah, that's right. I think we just paid a little bit of a premium to cross several borders, right? I think it was like 15 euro or something like that.
Yeah, it's just a little bit of a premium, but worth the drive. So we just left Rockwell where we spent the night. It was very pretty, very peaceful, very cultured, as you could see from the videos earlier on. And now we're on our way to, where are we going? Krakow, right?
Krakow.
Yeah. Alright, so we're spending the night in Krakow. We had a whole itinerary planned. We were supposed to go to the salt mines, but we read online that it's a little bit of a tourist trap, very nice sort of architecture and carvings, but then it didn't really tell much about the history and the place. So we thought we'd give it a miss. We left a little bit later than planned just so that we could rest in a little bit. And then we'll be wandering around the city.
Hi guys, so we arrived here at around 7:30 when Auschwitz opened. There's a lot of tour buses here, a lot of groups going on group tours. So we got free tickets, and the first English tour doesn't start until 10 a.m. So we're just gonna walk around and do self-touring ourselves.
Alright. They don't allow any bags bigger than the size of an A4 paper or your lunchbox. So take note of that. Leave everything else you don't need in the car so that you don't have to make multiple trips back and forth like we did.
Yeah.
Alright, let's go look around. We're in the Czech Republic.
Woohoo!
Well, we drove a couple of hours. Well, actually, drove 1 hour, took a nap for another hour, and we finally reached the border after spending the morning at Auschwitz. Thing to note, there's a couple of kilometers before you hit the first petrol station. Make sure you dive in to get one of these. So this is a toll sticker. you don't stop at major expressways to pay for toll manually. You have to get one of these and stick it on your windscreen, and then this will be your validation for the next
10 days.
We bought the 10 day, which is the minimum. I think they go up to like 30 days or something, and then you're just supposed to stick it up in that corner right there.
Like that?
I guess so. On to Bruno. Second day in Czech Republic. Last night we stayed over in the town of Brno, and we had a really nice Airbnb host. He's actually lived all over the world, and he gave us a really good tip. So the tip was that when driving through Europe, through the towns, you need to follow the speed limit because there's cameras set up, but in between the towns, you don't have to really worry about speeding at all. So since Doug has found out this great tip, he's been speeding and taking advantage of So we're in the city of Huvlaka, or rather the region of Huvlaka, and we've just been fined.
Woohoo! Our first fine!
Yeah, for apparently driving into the wrong street. So if you know what that sign means, please let us know, because we have no idea what we just paid. Now onwards to the chateau. So we were supposed to go to Prague today, but it took us twice as long to get to the park and ride station that we wanted to get to. And by the time we got there, it was full. So we decided to ditch our plans for Prague and come back another time.
Yeah, and just to let you guys know, so we left around 7 o'clock this morning. It took us about double the amount of time that it would normally take with no traffic. And when we looked at the park and ride lots, there was about 300 spots left. And when we arrived 1 hour later, 300 spots were gone. So it fills up really quick. So we're thinking about probably coming to Prague next time, but taking the train in rather than driving in, because it was just not a very fun experience.
To the mountains!
To the mountains! So we just ordered our first meal, completely in Czech menu. We used handy dandy offline Google Translate app, and was able to pick out 2 dishes. Not quite sure exactly what we ordered, but hopefully it'll be good.
And this is the restaurant we found ourselves in. We're very friendly people. Managed to get ourselves some beer as well, so let's see how our food works.
So this is what we ordered.
What is that?
Pork chop.
Pork chop.
I thought it was going to be breaded, but it ended up being grilled, which is good because I didn't really want it breaded. Anyways.
Pork chop. And I've got salmon with mashed potatoes. It looks really good and fresh. Alright, so we move further into the mountains, and today we are starting off with how do you pronounce this place? Prebridgetor Archway.
Prebridgetor Archway.
So this is the map of it. It looks something like that.
We walked about 500 meters from the parking lot.
No, that was 1.5 kilometers.
Oh, 1.5 kilometers. And now we've just entered and started the hike. So we'll see you at the top. About 1 hour later, we finally made it.
So we've just crossed the border from the Czech Republic, and Ellie was just saying, you know, how nice the weather has been the last couple of weeks, and this is how the weather is supposed to be like in Europe. So she jinxed it just before it started to drizzle. It's starting to drizzle right now, you see. Ellie's got a little hoodie on.
Cold.
Yeah, it's cold. Anyway, we're at this place called the Konenstein Castle? Fortress. It's like this the entire area around, and it's beautiful. I think it would be prettier if the weather was nicer so that you could see more of it. Walking up and down the street for the longest time looking for the entrance to this place. It has a very small entrance, and it leads you down this staircase. But once you descend the staircase, it sort of like transforms into this crazy place. I don't know. I'm lost for words, and I cannot put my sentences together. Ellie, where are we?
We've descended into the medieval era. And we got really good beer too.
Yeah, this medieval lair is like brings you into a different world altogether. Oh, this is Ellie's favorite part of the restaurant. Look at those carousel chairs. And we got candlelight dinner.
Excited for dinner.
Alright, we're not sure what we ordered. We just picked things off the menu that they said was good, so we're gonna check it out.
So we walked 20.8 kilometers today, about 33,000 steps. So I think we deserve a really big dinner and a nice beer.
Alright, so last day of our trip, we decided to spend the day at this place called the Sanusi Palace. Apparently it's super beautiful, ancient architecture and everything. And then head back to Berlin and return the car. Ellie's sad. So the Sanusi Park is huge. We've been walking around for the last hour or so, and we've barely covered a quarter of it. We have to rush for the palace tour now. The Sanusi Palace! Well, to be honest, we didn't think that the entry ticket in there was worth it. I think you can walk around this entire park area.
It's huge.
It's huge. Take pictures of the architecture and yeah, you can enjoy the exteriors. Look, it's gorgeous. Don't need an entry ticket for this. Back to Berlin.